music go.
So it's just a quick video on how I currently do my water changes compared to what you'll see coming up next as to how I'm now going to be doing them. So at the moment I have this 1.5 inch pipe cuts up over the top of the tank, and then that will come down and just go into the 2 25-litre containers, or 3 25-litre containers, depending on obviously how many I'm doing. Down there you will see I have one of those 12-volt pumps that's normally for a caravan, just to pump the water back up. I've got the 12-volt power supply just up there next to the doser, and ultimately that will just pump up the 2 new 25-litre containers of salt water. So lots of shifting containers about from the garage all the way through into the house and to here. So my new plan is to do away with the containers, and I will just hopefully have it pumping from here all the way out through the lounge, through the kitchen, and all the way out through the back door, across the garage, across the driveway, and down into the drainage across the front of the garage. And then of course the RODI unit, saltwater mixing station, is all in the garage, and I'm hoping it's just going to pump straight from there straight into the tank. So that's the plan, fingers crossed. But I just wanted to show you quickly how I've been currently doing it, and hopefully things are going to change. Okay, so we're going to need this, and we're going to need that, and we're going to need that pump and that hose, and we're also going to need to set up the electrics onto those 2 hooks, which will be the extension lead to take it all the way into the house. So let's grab what we need and get into this video. Right then, so we're all ready, set up to go. I've got this in place. All I need to do now is just turn off the return pump, turn off the skimmer, let the water settle down, and I have a line here on the pipe so that once the water comes down, it should be roughly where that line is. That will of course all depend on whether the nozzles here have been pushed down or not. If they've been pushed down, obviously more water is then going to go into the sump, meaning that it will be below my line. But my 50-litre line I have down here, I either go to the line, or I go below the line, or above the line, depending on what happens with this first one. Anyway, let's get it all turned off, and let's get the water out. So first things first, turn off the pump. And we turn off the skimmer. Turn off skimmer.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, Piney. How you doing today, mate? You all right? Good, good. Right, so we'll just let that drain down, and then we'll start the siphoning. Okay, that's the water drained down. We're just slightly underneath the nozzles here, so it's broken that that suction, so it's now stopped, and we are slightly above that little black line on my marker, so I need to come down to slightly above the 50-litre black mark line. So what we need to do now is start the siphon, and we'll let all the water out. So all I need to do is just tuck on the end of this pipe, let the water come down into this jug, turn this off, and then that will allow the water to sort of remain here below the water line. Then I can open up this tap and that will release it all the way out. Okay, so let's get this water out. That started the siphon. turn the tap off, leave that in there, that's fine. So now, as I say, the water is here. We can open up this tap and that's draining it out. Let's go see. Okay, so we've now hit the 50 litre mark, so we're going to lift this up. So that's the syphon broke. Just wait for the rest of the water to carry on out, otherwise it will start the syphon back up again. I'm going to turn the tap off here, lower this back down, and then we'll be ready then to go out, switch over the tap. So let's do that now. Right then, so we're back. We're just going to plug this in. This is the extension cable that runs out to what the pump is plugged into. And that pump will automatically shut down as soon as it runs out of water. So I don't have to worry really about turning it off. All I need to do is be ready to, again, lift this out so that it doesn't start a back syphon. So let's plug this in. So open up the tap. We see some air. I'm just going to lift it out just because of a bit of air. Hear the water coming up now, and then any minute we're going to see it come out and go through back into the tank. Here it comes. There we go. So let's lower that back down. And another waiting game. That's the power thing that's come back on, so we'll give that another 10 minutes. On the feeder, didn't quite get back above that before that 10-minute feeder kicked in, but we're still going. You can still see the little micro bubbles, and still got a little ways to go, so still plenty of time. And we'll just sit here again and wait. Rightio, that's it, that's the water stopped. So I'm going to turn that tap off down there, make sure that we don't lose any of the water on the back syphon, and lift this up. So give it a bit of a shake, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take this out and get rid of it. So unplug that. There we go. Okay, right, let's do this. Okay, so all that's left to do now is just turn the return pump on. That will then start to pump the water back up into the tank. Once that's settled, turn the skimmer back on. Okay then guys, so we're now back up to running levels, so all we need to do now is just turn on the skimmer. So turn on skimmer.
Okay.
And that is how I do the water change from now on. No more lugging 25 litre container barrels in and out, and I just literally have to set it all up, a few hoses, turn a few taps, and watch it go really. It's a lot easier, so much better. Okay, so now that we're all back up and running, I just thought I'd quickly show you the run that we've got. So it comes all the way through here, round through the kitchen, and then we've basically got it going all the way across the driveway here, and then into the saltwater bin. Now, just thought I'd lift out this pump, because what I'm running, I don't know if I've mentioned it before, is my old return pump, which is a 4,000 litre per hour Jabo unit. And as you can see, what I've done there is I've put a 45-degree angle on so that it actually sucks down as far as it can possibly go into the bin. Now, there will always be a little bit of water left in the bottom there, but I usually do 75 litres mixing salt, so I put at least 20 litres into a container as spare, and then it's just above that 50 litre mark. So even though there's still some water in the bottom there, I am doing approximately 50 litres. So hopefully that will just give you an idea of the equipment that I'm using and the sort of run that 4,000 litre per hour Jabo pump is actually pushing. So that's it for today. So if you've enjoyed the video, please like, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks very much. Bye bye.
Easy come, easy go.